Hello and welcome to AUCTV. I'm Zaina Amin. Today I'll be presenting this week's news bulletin in addition to a short interview. The stories that will be covered are the following: Battle of the Bands, Walad Rizq event, and IC launch event. The International Student Leadership Conference hosted the Battle of the Bands by Ittisalat event on Sunday, November 17th at AUC Gardens during assembly hour. The Ittisalat Battle of the Bands stage was a truck that transforms into a well-equipped performing stage. The stage included all the equipment and instruments needed for auditioning bands and contestants to be at ease. AUC students lined up in front of the booth to sign up for the auditions and Battle of the Bands future events. Students took the time to practice for their acts prior to the auditions. Eyesight, a band of AUCians, were the first to put on an entertaining show for the audience. The event also hosted several sponsors such as Power Horse. Salma Amir, the second contestant who performed, kept the audience very entertained.
I'm a psychology major. I'm supposed to be a sophomore, but headed twice as a freshman. عرفت Battle of the Bands من ICC because أنا first shot meet في ICC. ليه دخلت؟ عشان singing is something I've always been passionate about. بس يعني I've never had the guts إن أنا actually أدخل حاجة يعني. When I knew إن أنا ممكن perform without actually going to the battle كان بالنسبة لي أحسن كتير من إن أنا actually go through like all the stress and anxiety إن أنا أدخل battle. بس I'm not really good at it فحسيت إن هو حاجة like just a simple performance هيبقى حاجة يعني out of my comfort zone يعني تساعدني take a step forward in that direction.
Ittisalat's Battle of the Band event gave students, contestants, and bands a great opportunity to show off their talents. On the 4th of November, AUC's Theatre and Film Club, also known as TFC, hosted Walad Rizq event where they brought the main crew and actors from the movie in Basili Hall. Mahmoud Al-Laisi, a famous comedian and actor in Egypt, hosted the event and introduced each member of Walad Rizq's team. They held a discussion panel to talk about their movie being one of the most successful in Egypt in 2019. The crew and actors aimed to relate ideas and talk about the many controversial problems that were mentioned in the movie. Salah al-Gourni discussed part 3 of Walad Rizq, Al-Shayb, and that he's trying to turn it into a series of movies like the DC universe and create a virtual reality for each character.
أنا اسمي ليلى طارق. I really liked the movie ولاد رزق و I heard إن هما كانوا جايين AUC يعملوا like a meet and greet and talk. I felt like I was very interested to come and see something like this since I adore this movie. So I had to come. I'm not from AUC, I'm actually from GUC, but I loved it so much I had to show up for it.
After the discussion panel was over, the team got up to take pictures and videos with their fans from the audience. IC, an iced tea beverage created by IMC students for their capstone project, launched on campus on November 18th. The GRC students prepared the booth during assembly hour to kickstart their idea to the public. The young entrepreneurs had a variety of snacks to grab the public's attention, such as donuts, popcorn, and of course their new beverage. Before handing them the beverage, they invited people to write down what comes to mind when they think of tea. They also took advantage of their musical skills to grab attention to the booth.
Hi, this is our graduation project. It's IC by El Arusa, and I didn't expect that people would be that engaged, and people really like our product, so I'm excited to present it to the jury on December 9th. So wish us luck!
Many students huddled around curious to learn what they were offering that day. The IC creators were happy with the outcome they had and look forward to the future. That was all for today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to our next interview segment. Welcome back to our interview segment. Joining us today is Hussein Marai. Hussein is an AUC student majoring in communication and media arts as well as a part-time DJ and music producer. He started playing music professionally this year, but it has been his passion for years. Before we begin, here's a sample of Hussein's work.
مساء العسل ازيك؟ عامل ايه؟
Hi Hussein, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you?
I'm good.
Nice.
Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Okay, so it started off with music production 4 years ago. And one of my friends had already started producing. And I was asking him questions like what to do and like how to use the software. And he started explaining, so I kind of taught myself how to produce for the first 2 years. And then I took a music production course at Epic 101 Studios, which made a huge difference in a way where like it was really focused on mixing and mastering, basically like producing quality work instead of actually like producing a song and leaving it off there. And then like DJing came kind of hand in hand with music production, because once you like get the hang of producing music, it like you kind of understand DJing instantly. So it was that I started DJing 2 years ago, I think, and it slowly started picking up. Never thought it would have like reached the level like where I am right now, but
Yeah, and when was your first gig? When did it start?
my first gig was Fresh Meat. It was August this year, and that was my first like professional gig. Before that, it used to be like house parties, or like if we're hanging out with our friends, we'd play some music. But then there was Fresh Meat, and then Fresh Meat led to Sakanet, and the promoters of Sakanet found out about me from that party. And then one Sakanet led to another, and then started opening up.
And how does it feel playing in front of an audience rather than house parties?
When I play in front of an audience, I tend to be very nervous most of the time. I don't look at the audience. I look like either beneath or at the equipment or whatever I'm using, because I'm kind of scared to raise my eyes. But I don't know, I have fun. Like at the end of the day, it's always fun, like playing music and like getting to see people dance and have a good time. Like that's what I love about it.
Have you noticed any remarkable changes in your work over the past few years?
Definitely. Like I feel I have come a long way from where I started, in a sense where like understanding how music works and understanding like the techniques behind it, and how to know the difference between like the quality of the sound of like a good track, or when that's mastered properly or when that's not mastered properly, and like getting to know how to use all the equipment together. Definitely I have come a long way from like where I started.
And like, does your development, is it the hardest thing you faced, or were there other hardships?
Thing is, I never thought of actually like pursuing this as a profession. It kind of came alone, and but like I'm enjoying it, and now like I'm actually thinking of pursuing it as a career, or like as something to do for like after I'm done with studying or whatever.
And is it hard managing your time between gigs and going to university and being a student?
Yeah, cause like I need lots of time in order to like figure out what music I want to play, to download the music, to make sure everything works together, and so at the end of the day, I try to find a balance between university and music, but I always prioritize music, and but I'm trying my best like to do both at the same time.
And if you were to go back and change one thing, what would it be?
No, I don't think I would change anything, honestly. Like I'm happy with how it's going at the moment.
Did it change you as a person pursuing your dreams?
As a person, yes. Like if like speaking music, like now I know what I'm into, like the genres I like, the specific sound I'm looking for, the way like the music I want to basically, how do I say this? But like the music I want the people to listen to, or like the music that I think defines me as a person. and that's why like right time like picking what songs I want to play for that party or like picking the track list for that party.
And where do you see yourself in the future? Like, if you look at yourself in a year or two?
A year or two, I think. Well, I hope that I'd be getting like more gigs here in Cairo. My long-term goal is that if I could get like a gig, like an international gig, or like be able to play outside of Cairo, like get out of the local area, local zone.
Thank you, Hussein. It was very nice talking to you about your dreams and goals and aspirations.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
You're an inspiration for all students at AUC. That concludes today's interview with Hussein Marai, talking about his dream of becoming a successful music producer and DJ. I'm your host, Zaina Amin. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.